Now, with the exception of Inside Out 2, it has been quite a bit since Pixar has made any actual money, but we have an announcement, and it's exclusive, apparently, coming out today. And what we're going to be talking about is The Incredibles 3. I know a lot of us didn't even want The Incredibles 2, but even the ones that did were a little bit jaded on how it came out. But we have Incredibles 3 coming, and there is an announcement on the director. Guess what? It's not Brad Bird this time. The Incredibles 3 finds its director. Who is it? Why, it's Elemental. And that is a horrible way of saying that because Elemental was absolute dog water. Filmmaker Peter Sohn is taking the reins from the franchise from Brad Bird. Now, Brad Bird is still writing the film. He's just not going to take directive control or directorial control over it this time around. But Peter Sohn has been working with him for a long time. So, this is what I really don't like. Elemental and The Good Dinosaur. Whether or not you like those films, they didn't really do very well. Now, Elemental had a very big hold. It had a strong hold that lasted for months because there really wasn't much to do with it, but it wasn't received very well. Will direct the third installment of the critically and commercially successful animated series. The Incredibles, that's basically what people called Pixar's, not Avengers, Pixar's Fantastic Four. Brad Bird wrote the screenplays for and directed the first two films, which have earned a combined $1.8 billion at the box office. That's not adjusted for inflation, because if I'm not mistaken, 1.7 or was it 1.4 billion is what Incredibles 4 did. So Bird is currently in the process of writing the screenplay for the threequel, which will be produced by him and Dana Murray, the Oscar winner of Soul. Now, that was a technologically beautiful film. However, it didn't really make much of a move on the market as well. None of the Pixar stuff really has since John Lasseter was given the boot just because he's a friendly guy. Any allegations were proven false. Everything was dropped. He's a hugger. And so somebody from the South, I'm a hugger. Bring it in, brother. That's all John Lasseter was. And he was I can't say the last because Brad Bird and apparently Peter Sohn are still there working with Pixar, but they ousted the founder of it and the heart of it. That's just how I'll put that. The franchise, if y'all don't know, which who doesn't know about The Incredibles, follows Bob and Helen Parr, voiced by Coach and Holly Hunter. If y'all don't know Coach, that's Craig T. Nelson. And Holly Hunter, who live in the quiet suburbs with their three children after being forced to hide their superpowers by a new government mandate. The first Incredibles, 2004, did great, won Academy Award for Best Animated Film the following year. Now, we know nowadays, back then it actually mattered if you won an Academy Award for anything. Nowadays, it's all political, which they do not delineate between those two things in this article. Incredibles 2, 14 years later, won 1.24. So that's where I got the 1.4 from. 1.24 billion globally. Now, Disney officially announced it last year that there will be The Incredibles 3, and Bird will be developing, but they didn't give any information other than that, really. And so they knew he would be a part of it, whether he would just go back down to executive producing and writing, whether he would be a writer-director again. Now, the speculation here is that Bird can't do it for time reasons. But Bird has not come out himself and said anything. But Sohn and Bird have had a long history of collaboration. They've been working together on basically everything Pixar. Sohn has been in Pixar, and let me share this with you real quick. Let's just go look at his IMDb page. So Peter Sohn has been with Pixar for the better part of 20 years. Ponyo, I've never heard of that, but the first Inside Out, The Good Dinosaur, Finding Dory, Cars 3, Coco, absolutely amazing. Incredibles 2, I didn't really care for. Toy Story 4, completely unwarranted, didn't need. Onward, a complete bomb. Soul did good in festivals, but not really highly regarded, at least as far as box office goes. A lot of people did like Luca, and Turning Red, I heard a lot of bad things. I never watched it. Lightyear, complete bomb. Lightyear lost money. Who the hell cares about that? Elemental lost money. Inside Out 2 was the first one in a long time to just smash that $1 billion. So anyway, that's where he has been in all of this. Let's go back to the original article and see what else they have to share. So he's been an artistic director, he has been a co-producer. He has also done voice work in stuff like Ratatouille, Monsters University, and Lightyear. I wouldn't put that on there. Lightyear, just scrub it from the internet, please. Can we pull a Willow on that one? So he has also been a voice actor. He was the voice of Remy's brother in Ratatouille. So, I mean, he's constantly been in there. He has been a company man for a long time, and that's probably why they chose him. Pixar is currently gearing up for their new release. But for Incredibles 3, while it is still being written, they have the director, so we know it's moving forward. And obviously, these things take a long time from pre production all the way through filming and then post production. That's where it takes the longest with these animated films. But they have a director, so it's going to move forward. They are putting the money into it. If you guys have anything to say about this, leave it in the comment section below. Do we need to see a renaissance of Pixar? I think we should get John Lasseter back if we want to see anything good, but that's not going to come in today's society of how Disney is run. This is Multi from Mouth to Multi. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye.